Okay, so I want to say a week or two ago, I got the special edition of Devil May Cry 4, and I finally beat Bloody Palace with, I think, Super Virgil. I just wanted to do a video on it, and like the main reason I got this was mainly to play as Virgil, Trish, and Lady, or Trish and Lady, and that's one of the main reasons I would encourage getting this game because we always see them in, well, no, not always. We see them in a few games. We only got to play as Trish once in Devil May Cry 2, and she had no story involvement. And yeah, no, and we only get to see Lady be badass in Devil May Cry 3, and we got to see her be badass in Devil May Cry, well, not really in 4. I mean, 4 was kind of, well, boring in terms of story and Nero's involvement. But Special Edition kind of makes up for that. It adds more to it, at least in terms of gameplay. Nero is still boring to play as and kind of infuriating. Like, that's why I like Devil May Cry 5. It improved on Nero, both as a character and in gameplay. So it was more fun to be him. Not a whole lot. I still prefer playing as Dante over him, or Virgil. But it's tolerable. And V, well, yeah, he could use some work too, mainly because I keep having to press two buttons at the same time in fights with him, but that's not the point. I mainly got this because I just wanted to see what the gameplay for Trish and Letty was like. It was fun. Trish is mainly gunplay because except like the only melee attack she has is the bayonet at the end of her rocket launcher. She uses that as melee, and well, that's all I can say about her gameplay. When you play as her, the part of the game where you played as Nero, you play as Lady on that mode, and the parts that you play as Dante, you play as Trish again in that same mode. So as Lady, you do still have to use grappling. So she has a grappling hook attached to the rocket launcher for her to use. And I'm not going to lie, it was kind of hard to use her sometimes, especially when I was looking for the blue fragments to increase my health. I'm still looking for those. Like the secret missions kind of had me ripping out my hair. But one thing that's kind of highlighted for me was actually a quote from, let me pull it up. Champion Analysis, a good YouTuber. He does some decent videos. I especially love his videos on Devil May Cry, just looking at characters like Dante, Virgil, Nero, Trish, Lady, V, and kind of breaking them down. It's good shit. I'll probably link to it in the description. But the quote is as follows: Devil May Cry has some of the strongest men in the gaming, but it also has some of the most badass women you'll ever find. Women that can dish out pain just as stylishly and seductively as our boys in red and blue. And it's kind of true. In the game, Trish, actually I liked it because she had two forms of melee attacks. She had with B or the circle, she used the Sparta sword. With Y or triangle, she uses her fists, which are amplified with her lightning ability. And she has two guns that I think were given to her by Dante that belonged to Sparta at one point, or were fairly heirlooms or something. And she has her own Devil Trigger, which is basically her lightning amplifies her abilities. And I don't think there's a Super Trish character. I don't think there is. I still have to look into that. And this kind of sets it apart from Lady, who she has no Devil Trigger. If you hit the button for the Devil Trigger with Lady, she just throws around, like not normal grenades. You know those old World War I ones where it had a stick attached to it? They're more like those. And so yeah, I think Trish is the more fun one to play as. Another thing is the movement mechanics are a little surprising to me. In today's age of political correctness, I did not think they would allow like the butt mechanics to work the way they did, just to allow them to swagger like that. But then again, Capcom I think has said in the past they were interested in going woke. So yeah, no. But then again, this was before they made that rumor came out. So it's up in the air. But yeah, there's that. Dante in this one. There's one thing about the super characters. I would recommend earning them in the game instead of buying them, because I remember when I got Super Dante and Devil May Cry 5, he still healed normally when I went into whenever I activated Devil Trigger, and it was infinite. I bought it on but that was on PlayStation 4. When I got it on the Xbox One, I bought it because I was impatient and I wanted to see what the repercussion would be. And the Super Dante character and all the super characters, they cannot heal when they activate their Devil Trigger. So, yeah, that one's kind of a toss-up. But then again, he's also the only one I've been able to beat Bloody Palace with on Devil May Cry 5, so I don't know. I just need to increase my skill level, I guess. But yeah, I would recommend earning the super characters for Nero, Dante, and Virgil. The bosses are a bitch, I'm not gonna lie, even on normal. Especially if you're using guns constantly, because some of them, like the plant demon, she does not stay still, and she's flying over the place, and a pain in the ass to take down. The flame demon, that's the one that usually gets me in Bloody Palace if I'm not playing as Virgil. He just really takes me to town. Like, he just bends you over and, well, yeah, just bends you over and has his way with you if you're not careful. Or, if you don't have a good reaction. Another thing I liked about this was... Actually, no, I think that's it. I mean, I like the new artwork that's in it. At least for the... And I like that they added cutscenes for Lady and Trish to say something about Nero getting the girl at the end. And I think there was an ending cutscene where they expanded on the ending, or the epilogue of Devil May Cry 4, which just ended with Dante going with Trish and Lady on a mission outside to deal with some demons. They expand on that to where you see them fight the demons, which I thought was cool. And, yeah, no, that I think was all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to recommend this game because it's an improvement over the original Devil May Cry 4, which was kind of asinine. And, well, yeah, no, that's it. I've dragged this on longer than I should. It's just it is fun. I mean, the game does feel like a slog sometimes, but it depends on your personality type. I get bored real easily, so I might not be the best one to make a suggestion for this. And no, that's it. Have a nice day. Actually, no, there's one thing I want to say. While playing this kind of brought me back to something that Champion Analysis brought back in the past. He once said that he wanted a game about Trish. After playing Trish in this game and Lady, I think they could make a game about either one of them now that they've closed up the Sparta storyline with Devil May Cry 5. I would just like an exploration of Trish's personality development and how it changed over time with working with Dante before she went on her own. And yeah, since, like, I think they could make it work if, like, I would just have it go right after Devil May Cry 1, have her work with Dante, because I still say Dante is the heart and soul of Devil May Cry. Like, that is one of the main appeals for me of always coming back, is I love Dante. I love seeing him, I love hearing what he has to, the shit he says, I love seeing the weapons he gets. So I would just have him as, maybe a Dirtagonist, like, have it be like... Maybe like Devil May Cry 4 or 3 where you switch between them. Or 4 and 5. Can't remember if I got that wrong or not. But you have him switch between those two. Have Dante still collecting devil arms. And have Trish just fighting demons. And seeing her personality develop into the one we see in the animated series. Which I thought was a good series. I have no idea why people don't like that. Or it sounds like they don't like it. Because after Devil May Cry 1, she basically is free of Mundus. And she's become Dante's partner at the Devil May Cry shop. And she probably has a lot of personal exploring to do because this is something that Character Analysis pointed out. She was just made as a tool for revenge by Mundus to help her lure Dante to the island and to double cross him eventually, but he spared her. And ultimately she ended up taking his side through circumstances. And her personality seems to be different by the animated series compared to how it was at the end of Devil May Cry 1. I just think that's a ripe area for character development and story. Just to show how she goes from being cold, uncaring, and all the other negative traits she had in the first one to being, well, kind of caring. She lectures Dante in the anime about eating strawberry sundaes and pizza constantly, and into teasing Lady, and teasing Dante to some extent. And I would just like to see how she got, mostly because I would like a game where you either play as Trish or Lady. I mean, with Lady, there's also the fact of maybe they could do a game showing the aftermath of her killing Arkham, her father. Or just her on a hunting mission without Dante or Trish there to back her up. And see her just be the badass that she always appears in the cutscenes and appears when you play her in Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. And that's the final note I wanted to put on it. Just, that's an idea I wanted to put out there. And yeah, have a nice day. Remember, the game was rigged from the start.